Fellowshippers, what up? Welcome to the Fellowship Hall with the Twins and Ref. I am Ref, aka Big Hamm, aka the smartest one in the
Not
room, and I'm
the smartest
back.
one in the room. Never.
The smartest one in the room, and I'm back with these nitwits. Twin number one Keith and twin number two Kid. Holla at the people, fellas.
What's up, fellowship? It's your boy Ken, aka the Moral Compass. Thanks for tuning in with us today.
What's up, fellowship? It's your boy Keith, the moderator. You know me, I know you. Let's go ahead and jump in it. You know what we podding about? We were podding about our show, Raising Kanan, season 2, episode 8. We're a little delayed, but that's okay. We here. Big Hamm, go ahead and kick it off. What do you think about this last episode?
Hey man, I don't believe we can do our regular thing, man. I don't believe we can do it our regular way, knowing that Marvin might be out of here, bruh.
I don't think so.
We gotta address the elephant in the room first.
Yeah, the only elephant is another one of those.
Up front. Is he or is he dead?
He alive, clearly.
He should be alive. I'm assuming they killed off his potential love interest. If anybody died,
I'm not even sure they killed her off, man.
I know. I said if anybody died. Hey, Marvin, pack. Is that what gangsters do? Is that what gangsters do? Call your name first?
No, man. Like they should have snuck up on him and shot him, or drove by and shot him instead of calling his name. And then, hey, you over there, turn around, look at me. I'm finna shoot. I'm finna shoot.
And then duck down before I shoot.
Yeah, that's what we hoping, man. Based on the previews, Rocky and Lou didn't look too broke down. So
exactly.
They didn't show Marvin in the previews, but Mark and Lou didn't look too broke down. So I figured he probably made it through. But I was like, man, no.
Yeah.
Even though in the past I have put him on my got to go list.
Yeah, but
he was making strides forward this last.
It's a strong episode for Marvin this week, man.
Strong episode. There's no when they get put down.
There's no when they get put down.
Who else was it a strong episode for?
Rock.
Who else?
Who?
The chess master. Unique. I told y'all he wasn't gonna sell him out.
It was a strong episode. It was a strong episode.
Always strong for Unique.
No. Hush, Ham. Don't try to act like you was on board with this. I told y'all he wasn't gonna sell out Rocknam or Marvin in this case, and he didn't. Oh man, you know we gonna do it. He didn't.
With his part, I would have did it.
It was a good episode for Unique. I ain't gonna lie. Ain't no point in me hating, but you gotta keep in mind the episodes where we had him on our Got to Go list, he needed to be gone. This was a good episode for him. True. And so we'll see how it's reflected in the Got to Go list.
But he's still our antagonist.
Oh, definitely.
It ain't changed.
And the antagonist. True.
Yeah. I think he's still the main one for sure. He's still the main one. I don't know if he's gonna make my Got to Go list today, but he's still Rock's biggest competition right now.
Hey, let's see who it was not a strong episode for was Rock, the parent of the year.
No,
I thought Rock had a strong episode.
It was a good episode for Rock, man.
No, man, because she's still lying to Kanan, bro. True. She's still and why? Why was you going to tell that dude the truth? Why are you still lying? He already knows the truth. Why are you still lying? Why don't you go out with it? And
Rock trying to make him tell her what he know. Big Hamm. Remember, she already been going to Howard House.
Yeah.
So he's saying, sound like you got something on your chest, boy. What's up? So you right. She's still withholding stuff, but she know that he knows, and I think she want him to confront her.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know why, but I'm just saying.
Be the parent. She the adult. Is she or is she not the mama?
She is.
She's the mama. And then on top of that, like, I know y'all love the fact that she went and
confronted Palomar.
She pulled a gun and then put a pistol to her head, and she wasn't gonna do that to her.
She was never gonna kill her. She should have pulled the trigger.
She go, why? You gonna kill that lady for having? Man, come on. She was never gonna kill her. She didn't want to scare her. I would have felt better. She went over there and just punched her in the face a couple times. Pull a gun on her, put a gun to her head.
Rock don't get her hands dirty.
That might be a little unnecessary.
Getting dirty with scrap.
I mean, she don't get her hands physically dirty. I mean,
yeah.
She don't have to, man. She in the game.
What about Famous going through Kanan backpack, man? Now, okay, you thought it was your backpack, okay, but clearly it wasn't your letter. What you
opened the letter for? He was lying.
He never thought it was his backpack.
He ain't been to school in 2 weeks.
He probably
don't know what backpack is. That's probably what you're doing, looking for some money.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. It's possible. It's possible. I still think Kanan overreacted with Rock though.
About her going to see Palomar Mama?
Yep.
And then going staying with Howard and Jump?
Yep. All of it. I think Kanan overreacting. Okay, don't get me
He's a
wrong.
teenager, man.
He
He's
is a
still
teenager.
young.
Rock is doing some shady stuff, but Kanan like flying off the deep end over some Palomar stuff. I think he was doing too
Man,
much.
come
Man,
on, bro. He a
speaking of deep
teenager. That
end,
grown woman to put that treasure on him, dog. You know he gonna lose his mind. Come on, man. Don't act like you don't know
Hey,
what's going on.
let's go ahead and address, in my opinion, and it may not be for you guys, but in my opinion, the biggest elephant in the room was the whole church member, the way they treated Juke.
Oh, that just
man,
irritated me to that
That
was
just irritated me
was
to no end.
ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. It was terrible, man.
it
And it
was
was
Terrible.
not
And
realistic.
it was not
exactly, that's the
realistic at
thing, man.
all,
Like,
man.
of course, okay. So we the fellowship hall, right? We said in our bio, we grew up in the church. Never, or as Big Ham like to say, his favorite month is Neverwary.
Never wear it.
Never wear it.
Have we ever saw anything like this? This was
No.
almost this was a bad vibe to me. It was like,
So
let's try to make the church look bad in a sense. Like, I
this
thought it
is
was
the
completely
'90s, right?
unnecessary.
They
Yeah.
they had it like it was the 1700s or something like that. You know what I mean? You holding somebody down and beating them while they watching something that's supposed to
Hit
make
him in
them
the head with a
do
wooden
right.
spoon.
Yeah, and the mama backed off so easy. Hold on, you didn't say nothing about hitting her. Oh, this only way it's gonna work, sister. And then she back away. I
Man,
don't know,
this
man.
some Salem, Massachusetts witch trial type stuff that they showed on TV, man.
Yeah, man. Like
Man,
Ridiculous.
we
first of
don't we
all,
don't get into it too much. Let me, 1 second, Big Hamm. We don't get into it too much, man. We try to be lighthearted and stuff like that, but we can't get away from our real roots. And I think that to me, they're just it's like they purposely trying to shed a bad light on the church, and I didn't care for that, man.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Not just the
Yeah.
church, they're trying to say the bad out of Christianity as a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But my thing is this, bro.
Uncalled for.
Be realistic. Like, black people don't react to homosexuality in that way in the church. You know what we do for the most part? Ignore it. That's what we do for the most part. We ignore it. We'll know somebody in church is gay. We just ignore it, don't say nothing about it. Look at the choir stand. All right. Look at a lot of the keyboard players and the choir directors. All right. We understand that we don't do none of this that try to beat it out of them, counseling, corrective. Man, we don't do that. What we do, we pray for them. Most of you will probably see. Now, they've been in New York and we're from the South, of course, but the most you will probably see is if someone got definitively, actively caught in a quote unquote sin like that, where they would be removed from a position. You know, if it's a DQ, they'll be had to resign their post, or in the day back in the days, they'll sit them down from the choir. Stuff like that. Like with if a girl got pregnant out of wedlock, she had to sit down. You know what I'm saying?
Sit down for a
That's
little
the
while,
most
yeah.
you'll see. You
Yeah,
will
that's
not
true.
see
Nobody
nobody
doing
catch a
anything
child
like
in
that.
their headlock,
Exactly.
pin them down, and hit
and
him
try
in
to
the
make
head
them
with a
watch
wooden
a man and a
spoon, bro.
woman together, and hit
Yeah.
them in the hand while they're watching people of the same sex.
Yeah,
That's
it's
just
ridiculous,
It's just,
man.
I don't
and
know.
then on top, and here's the other silly thing about it. I don't know how senseless her mother is, or they're projecting her to be, but that woman should understand with her just coming inside Jukebox life that she don't even have the authority, or she should
Exactly.
not even have the ability to try to even do something like that.
She didn't even try to talk to her first.
She
Like,
didn't try to
Just
talk to
better.
herself.
just matter. Exactly. Yeah.
And
Listen, but wait a minute, Baham. So the thing about the whole thing, right? I'm happy this episode gave like Marvin a way to try to
Back.
come back to Juke, right? But let's keep in mind now, Marvin reacted similarly to the way her mama did, right?
absolutely.
Yep.
But he
Well,
didn't do
he
it
didn't react
publicly. He didn't do it
similarly.
publicly.
He
He
didn't
didn't
do
go
it
get the
publicly.
church to come and he
Yeah.
didn't go get the church to come and correct her, but he did have a negative reaction to finding out
He
that
did.
she
Right.
was.
He had a negative reaction to it, but he destroyed the tape. But
He destroyed
remember,
her whole entire broom.
Yeah.
did he destroy the whole room first, or did they destroy the room while they were fighting?
Nah, he had tore her stuff up before,
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
and
But
then
yeah.
he did the tape while she was in the room.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
In front of her, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's what caused her to react.
yeah, so aside from all this stuff that we clearly disagree with, It was a real good episode, really good episode. Maybe one of the
It
best
might have been the
episodes
best
of the
episode
season.
of the
Yeah,
series.
because like
Definitely of the season.
a lot of stuff happened that we finally waiting for. Rock confronted Palomar. We had been saying this should have happened. Kanan is kind of putting pieces together. Kanan's getting more close to Howard, and Howard seems to have set some backstabbing in motion for Burke, and I'm completely
I don't
down
know
with
if
it.
it's backstab, man. It's the truth.
Nah, he said some backstabbing
Yeah,
emotions.
he,
He
he
definitely
he
did.
told the dude dad somehow that Burke was supplying
Involved.
drugs to
Yeah.
these younger girls.
Did Howard do that?
Yeah,
Yeah, remember,
that's the only
remember
Oh,
way.
because
when
Yeah,
he went
Howard
to the
went to talk
house.
to him.
He
he
went
went
to
to
the
the
Yeah,
house. I
house when
forgot
Juke was
about that.
leaving.
My
Juke saw him
bad.
going.
My
yeah,
bad. Yep, good point.
yeah.
Um,
Then he went and told the chief about what she was doing.
Mm-hmm.
yep. And so it all around though, like when I saw this episode, I'm like, man, I can't wait to pod this because
Exactly.
I think this was a good episode. I don't really have anything bad to say. I mean,
And
mine
then
is go ahead.
go ahead.
I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
say Lou probably is the only one that's still not having anything strong happen for him. I mean, he with old girl, he still complaining about her records not be playing. Lou head is out of the game. And maybe, they foreshadow next week's episode where maybe he gonna have to pull the trigger on somebody, but
Yeah,
then for all we know, he may not do it.
he may
He's
not
not a
do it.
trigger man anymore.
But
And
I thought it was still a
It
kind
was a
of.
flash. He had a gangster
There you
flashback
go.
when
I was about to
when he
say it
talked to
was
the
yeah,
still
DJ.
a building
he
episode for
did.
him to punk that DJ or whatever you want to call that guy when he started making comments about old girl and asking what Crown is. But now Lou also made a mistake because they didn't dug Crown body back up.
Yep. They didn't found his body, so we're gonna see what happened there.
I
And
missed
then
that. I missed that.
yeah,
Oh
they
yeah,
found a body in the river, and they found the business card in his
business
pocket.
card for Crown in his
Yeah,
pocket. Yeah,
so we'll see how they go. But then,
I
I
missed that
the reason why I
completely.
said I thought it was a strong episode for Rock was because Rock didn't back down on selling the family out, and I thought
exactly.
that was cool, and that was
Agreed.
that was I was happy with that. And like you mentioned, Keith, like even though unique to me had a strong episode, unique, even though we know he's at some point he gonna have to go,
Yeah.
this was an episode where he showed some loyalty. At least, even if it's fake, he showed loyalty to Rock and the team, and I dug that. So it was
Even
all
next
around. It was a good
episode,
episode.
yeah. Even next episode, Ken, it seemed like that the Italian dude was asking Unique for some more information, and Unique, no, he was asking how Rock run a business, and Unique
Hmm.
said, at least in the preview, it seemed like Unique was saying he can't be telling other people business like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's a gangster. The number one rule, one of the number one rules of being a gangster is you don't tell.
Mm,
Mm.
So I mean he probably gonna follow the code. Sometimes he follow the code even when it comes to your enemies.
yeah,
Yeah.
And he just following the code. But Ken, you gave Rock credit for not selling the family out, but I think we knew that she wasn't. That's her
yeah.
MO. I don't think we would expect anything different from her. And I don't believe, she gonna sell out her brother like that. Of course.
But
True.
She
But
but
would
she
it
never
was
was
sell her
still
hard
own
when she
good.
brother.
did it. She was hard with
Yeah,
the way she did it to him, Rev. Like your son
came
messed
off
up.
as
He took a
strong.
job.
Yeah,
Right.
We
She told
even.
him the
That's the
truth.
universe.
and
That's
she
the
told him the
universe.
Right.
truth, man.
Yeah.
Told him dead truth.
That's
Like
that's the
Marvin ain't kill dudes.
nope.
Your
Dude,
son went in there
idiot
unprepared.
partner, and with an idiot partner.
Yeah.
Right.
Marvin didn't scope out nobody's house and failed to see that it was two people at the house.
Right.
Yeah.
Marvin didn't shoot the dude when he was wrestling with the other dude on the ground. Like
Mhm.
that's not on them. And I completely agree with Rock, and I completely agree with Ken that I thought this was a strong episode for Rock because Rav, as you said, of course she was gonna say no, I'm not gonna do that. And the way she told him was
Well, she
like it
did
wasn't
it
no
though.
like let me think about it or
Hmm.
yo that's my brother. It was like no, you messed
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Your
Your
son messed
son
up.
messed
My
up.
condolences,
Right.
but he messed
Yeah,
up.
yeah. I thought it was a good episode for Rock.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
actually didn't really do our independent reaction. It was kind
it
of
was
a
just
just going back and forth because
yeah,
that's the type of episode it was, man. Like I know I give the show a lot of flack, deservedly so.
yeah.
But
Deservedly.
this was a good episode, man. This was the type of episode that makes you say, okay, this show may have some legs. So
Yeah.
I was good with it.
No, it was a good episode. I'm happy to say that this episode kind of felt like what you would expect from this show. Like, okay, we haven't solved the ghost in Tommy yet, and we complain about that. But at the same time, from the story, right? From the story that what we have, this episode gave the viewers what I feel like we've been expecting or waiting for.
I just wish they could have more episodes like this throughout. Like, why we gotta wait? Why we gotta wait 8 episodes to get something
Episodes
like
8.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like around episode 2 or 3, we should get a couple like these.
Yeah,
Some
I agree.
action, some stuff moving, some tension.
Yep.
Some actual real stuff popping off.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it was a really good episode. I mean, I think and they ended it like because I was like, dang, this is the first time I have watched the first episode this season I have watched when this show ended and I wasn't ready for it to end.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wasn't ready for it to end.
Agreed.
I was like, what? They gonna leave us like this? And so that kind of gives you confirmation on how good of an episode it was.
Yeah,
it was one
episode.
thing that I didn't catch I was just too busy to rewind and check out. I was also out of town, but what was popping off with Rock and Cartier and the guy that Rock was trying to move in on Cartier with.
Yeah,
they got something happened, but I couldn't really make out what they were talking about.
One of Cartier business associates or business associates end up getting popped and getting
put in jail. One of them son got put in jail.
Was the son? Okay, yeah, got arrested and wanted Cartier's lawyer to help. Wanted Cartier to have his lawyer help get him out, and Cartier was like, he'll be on ice for a while. People using him or whatever. And so Rock basically trying to undermine Cartier, get into his network.
Mm-hmm.
She ended up having her lawyer help this person out. So basically, Rock trying to make friends with either Cartier's enemies or maybe even some of his associates. Also,
I think associates in this case
to get her foot more in the door and kind of expand her network, which she may be overstepping, but I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, that's what happened. Big Hamm, like Ken said,
that's all. I feel like that's all. Angle. Yeah, that's all set up for season 3.
Maybe so. Yeah. All right, fellas, siblings, make sure you let us know what you thought about our reaction. Like Ken said, it was kind of a all-in reaction. We didn't really break into each other's personal reaction. We kind of just talked about it, but it was a good episode. Make sure you let us know what you thought about the episode and our reactions, and if you got any disagreements or points that we might have missed. You know what time it is. It's time for our favorite segment. That's the Gots to Go segment. This is where we pick 3 characters or groups or what have you from the episode and say we think that they should be brutally murdered. That means no more on the show. And we go from our number 3, which is the least most Gots to Go, but still Gots to Go, to our number 1 Gots to Go, which means that person or people have to go. Ken, we're going to let you start out. Who is your number 3 Gots to Go?
My number 3 Gots to Go is something we kind of touched on already in the episode. My number 3 Gots to Go is Kenya, Jukebox's mother. She has to go. And, I'm sad to say that we're going to brutally off this lady, but I think in this case she deserved it. Honestly, I didn't know if what happened to Juke was going to break Marvin's whole anger management path that he's down, but I figured they weren't going to let him beat up the mother. And I assumed
thought he was going to beat her down. I was scared for a minute.
I figured they weren't going to let him beat up the mom, and I figured he wouldn't be able to catch up with none of those guys that were in the house that were actually doing the hitting and holding the Juke down. So I said, okay, then. So it probably won't get to that, but I said that's going to be Marvin's end back with Juke. And although they're not completely there, it definitely was a step in the right direction. So Kenya got to go.
Yeah, it was heartwarming, man. It was heartwarming. So, but Big Hamm, I'm gonna go next if you don't mind. But before I go, I do want to say another point, and this is not bragging, but I told y'all I felt Kenya had knew something about Juke, and y'all like, I don't know yet. And I was like, I think she did because the way she was looking at her.
I said last week she probably had to know she was a tomboy when she first met her.
We said the Bible class was foreshadowing of something.
Yeah.
Remember when they was talking so hard about homosexuality? So
yeah,
but okay, I said, toot your horn if you like. You did a good job. It's okay.
Okay, my number 3 Gots to Go is similar.
Beep. You only toot your horn, brother. Toot your horn. I don't know, y'all. Man, we all us said when that woman do jukebox was a something.
All right, man. Listen,
why she was buying the dresses and all that.
Okay.
We addressed that last time.
My number three guys to go is pretty similar to Ken's, but maybe a step further. My number three guys to go is that whole church member people that was in the apartment. They all need to go, including Kenya. That's my number three guys to go. Big Hamm, go ahead with your number three.
My number three got to go in that cult of a church that was in there beating that girl in the head, man.
Hey, well, you know what? Let me not call them a church member. Let me call these group of idiots.
All of hey,
Fanatics.
I was like kid. I wanted to say Kenya, but I feel uncomfortable off the Kenya. But I feel a little more comfortable. I feel a little more comfortable with Marvin and Lou going through there and knocking all them folks down, man.
Yeah,
I feel a little more comfortable with that. And so,
hey,
so
Kenya
instead
was
of
guilt
just
by
Kenya,
association, man. Kenya was guilt by association, so I say all
yeah,
of them.
of course.
Can you let it
Instead
happen,
of
man?
just Kenya, man, that whole church don't show the people no more on the show. That whole church gotta go, man.
They gotta go. All right, Big Hamm, go ahead.
Juke went back and braided her to the back, and that was Kanan said that's that moment she became hard. So Kenya molded Juke into who she ended up being in life.
She didn't mold her into it, but she definitely was a catalyst for the hardness that she became.
I think she
Juke
was
still saved her behind too.
Juke saved her. Called Marvin
She
Daddy.
Called Marvin Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Saved her, man.
Yeah. All right, Big Hamm, go ahead and snake it back with your number two.
My number two got to go with still Burt. It's Burt. She was number one last week. She number two this week. But the reason why she's still on the list, Howard went and told the chief, talked to her, set her straight.
She told her to stop.
She told her to stop. What her little
peach her
crazy
head
self
down.
do?
She run up on Rock in the store.
In the grocery store. Right after he told her to keep her head down.
Hey,
Rock don't put them in the refrigerator, they stay crisp.
Rock apples. Hey, Rock looked like she was going to some club or something. She looked like she was shopping in no grocery store.
Rock keep on some tights. Keep on some tights and some leather pants, man.
Oh man.
But Burt went right into the grocery store right after the chief told her to keep her head down and questioning Rock about being Howard's informant. Yeah. And she just not gonna learn, and she will learn until somebody kept her. And the way she going, it's gonna end up being Howard.
It might be Howard, exactly.
Howard gonna do it.
Yeah, it might be.
So my number two got to go is Burt, bro.
Yep. And I'm gonna go ahead with my number two got to go, and it is our good friend, Detective Howard's partner, Burt. Burke is doing too much, man. We said this. It's like a broken record now. Burke is doing too much. Burke is getting warning after warning to chill out. I think her dad even told her kind of like, you questioning your partner or something like that.
Yeah.
And the other woman, and now the chief done told her. She's still doing it, man. Like, Burke. I love that you playing this character, but this character I hate, and you got to go. Ken, go ahead with your number two.
Ain't no point in prolonging it. My number two got to go is Detective Burke. Burke got to get out of here.
All day, man.
And I think she's going to, but I mean, right now she's getting on my nerves. She ain't, and the crazy thing is, she is being an antagonist to our criminal protagonist, but she ain't even really making any headway where it's negatively impacting him. She more so hurting herself than hurting anybody. And she's still gonna have to get going for it.
I wonder, do she suspect that Howard lofted her up to the chief?
She probably gotta have some kind of inclination of it.
I mean, it wasn't so subtle. It was so subtle how she told him. Well, one thing for sure, it wasn't talking about overtime. And then Howard just went back to work. He didn't be like, oh yeah, but he was like, wasn't about overtime. He was like.
Right with his little left hand.
Is his left hand?
I didn't peep that.
Oh, me neither. All right, kid, go ahead and give us your number one. I think
my number one got to go are the Italians. The Italians, and the only reason there is because they're going after Marvin, and that's reason enough. That's reason enough. They're going after Marvin, unjustified though. That's the thing. That's the only thing that kind of bothered me about this mafia aspect is they mad at Marvin because the son got killed doing something that he chose to do. His rationale was he should have come to me. He should have come to my son. But why? Where does it say he has to go to him first? The boy took the job, so he went into a deal with him. But I mean, I understand that you want to blame somebody for losing your child. He killed the idiot that actually killed his son, but he still want Marvin gone.
Yeah. No, I agree, Ken. My number one guys to go is also the Italians because they stepping up the notch. They turning the fire up on the Thomas family, and it's what you said is wrong. It's just like Brock told him. That wasn't our fault. That was his fault. But at the same time, when you are a family like that, and you are a criminal organization that typically has the I guess the chain of rules or whatever, the hierarchy, like you said, like of course you're gonna have those mess ups. Like Marvin technically is a mess up because he went to do something behind Rock's back, right? So aside from that though, but when you have those mess ups, you still respect the rules, and you always gonna have that one person, usually the person close to you, usually the person that's probably most dearest to you of the group, that want to do some side stuff and make a mistake. And just because they make a mistake, right, that doesn't take away the fact that they still the most dearest to you. So you're looking for somebody to hold accountable. And he already got an axe to grind with Rock. So this is going to make it seem more like this is why I shouldn't have did business with them. This is why I shouldn't be involved with them. I got to get some kind of payback from them. But yeah, I agree. The Italians, because they turning up the heat on the Thomas family. Big Hamm, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm locked up with y'all, man. The Italians, for everything y'all said. Well, let me add another thing. They got to dropping them N-bombs again. They got to dropping them N-words again, bro. You get the
hey, all of us dropping them.
When you of a certain hue and you start dropping them N-bombs with me, hey, I'm looking for you to get lit up. I'm looking for you to get your behind blown out, brother.
Hey, he might well said that instead of "Hey Marvin."
Right. Hey, N-word. Brother,
turn around.
Oh man, they even called Rock one this time, man.
Yeah, Rock.
They called her
N-word and a B. Yeah, N-word and a B.
Yeah.
So they got the dropping them. Whenever you get the dropping them, Ham ready for you to go, brother. It's time for you to go.
Oh man. Hey, we were pretty much in lockstep. I'm gonna go ahead and round up Kenya to the church group and say that we were 3 for 3 today, man. Like,
yeah,
it was a good show. I think that we all, and I assume the fellowship is too, we all had that same type of opinion about what happened, man. Like, the church thing was foul, right? Obviously. Burke is still being Burke, and it's just like, I mean, she's playing this character good. Like, this is the character that you love to hate right now. But she's on our list because she got to go. And then the Italians, man, like, I think it's got to be a war with the Italians, man, and they got to wipe them all out.
Hey, let me just throw out one last.
Unique when they go to war with the Italians.
They gonna let Unique get some business if he, depending on what side he take, man. They're gonna have to give Unique a little bit of more of a foothold.
And let me just get one last honorable mention while the tickers here going. I know we don't typically do this, so my bad. But I think Scrappy Mama may end up being a problem because she already making threats to the family. She threatening Kanan, saying Raquel better do something or I'm gonna do something. So we got to keep an eye on.
Oh, and definitely.
No pun intended. No pun intended. We got to keep an eye on Scrap Mama.
Not bad. Not bad. She going to the police too. She definitely a problem, man. She definitely a problem. That's a good one, kid. I think I mean, we didn't mention her, but for sure she's a problem. Like, if it wasn't for the rogue church people and Bert, Scrappy Mama definitely could have been like a number 3 on the list. But
exactly.
Hey, what did Snoop say in Baby Boy? That's full speed ahead, cuz she gonna run herself under that trap. We ain't gotta worry about it.
Hey man, she did that U-turn like she finna do a drive-by, okay?
That full speed ahead, cuz.
Oh my goodness. All right, fellas, make sure you go into the comments and let us know who your gots to goes are. Let us know if you agree with what we said or if you disagree with what we said. We are a team of people that like to converse with our fellowshippers, and if you prove us wrong, then go ahead and do it. But I think we're right this time. I think we got them all down. If you got a different order, I can see that maybe. But I think we got the top 3 for this last.
It's for sure right on this time, brother.
Yeah. Big Hamm, go ahead and close it off for us.
Hey, yo, we thank y'all for tuning into the Fellowship Hall with the Twins and Ralph. We apologize. Been a little late. It's my fault. You know, I own it. It's my fault. I was out of town.
As
Enjoying
always.
myself. Chill. Thank y'all for joining us in the Fellowship Hall of Experience and Rap. Keep rocking with us, man. We're going to do this thing until the season finale hit, man. So follow us on our Facebook page at the Fellowship Hall. Like, subscribe, comment, interact with us here on the YouTube, the Fellowship Hall. Follow me on social media at Facebook, Raphael Hammond, and on Instagram and on Twitter at HamDog22. And until we see y'all next time, Fellowshippers, be blessed.
Be blessed, Fellowshippers.